Hello, Dodge truck fans. So we have the concept truck from the year 1999, but this is a 2001 casting from Hot Wheels here of the Dodge Power Wagon. The Power Wagon name has been used on Dodge trucks for a while. Okay, let's take a look here. This was built on a half-ton Ram pickup chassis, the real truck that is, and the body was influenced by the original 1940s Power Wagons. It had a Caterpillar inline-six turbo diesel engine that made 300 horsepower and 800 pound-feet of torque. And then it had 19-inch wheels running on 35-inch tires. Okay, so you see that 3523? That's the wheelbase. I want to measure the scale of this guy. I'm going to measure axle to axle because I feel like, well, the axle isn't lined up with that little... No, I guess it is. Let's try it. Well, it's a different height. Now, I better just go axle end to axle end. It's too hard to the axle ends are so far in, I can't really see if I'm centering. 51.2. Let me memorize this number here. 168. So even if I was a little off, I think it's not going to make a difference. But just for curiosity's sake, I'm going to measure center of this axle protective hump to the center of this one. But I know it's at an angle, so 52.5. 167. Yeah, so it's either 67 or 68 scales. Obviously, gonna look a weird next to any Auto Worlds or true 64 scale things. The immediate thing I noticed was how light this thing is. It's extremely light for its size. But I guess that is a metal body. It must be really thin metal. Sorry, let's try to hold this better here. Okay. It doesn't look so bad there. I'm not sure if the mic's picking it up, but there's someone walking around upstairs and they sound like an elephant. The stone floors of a house are very loud. Okay, well, these wheels are really funky, but I'm going to swap those out. This is a really flaky silver. It's definitely not a fine silver. It's almost more like a hot rod silver. And then you got these nice ribs here, though. And I almost missed it, but it actually says Power Wagon here. It's such a small, thin font that it'd be easy to miss. But it actually looks like it's black on white, maybe, the text. Okay, the door handle has some detailed depth to it. No side mirrors, of course. Well, some Hot Wheels do have side mirrors, but this one does not. Okay, these little insets look pretty nice. Going to the front, the grille is quite deep and is textured. It's part of the silver base, apparently. And this little section here is part of the base as well. It's that swirly silver plastic that I don't really like. But it looks like the photographs, so they missed the details for whatever is in here on the real truck. I don't know what it is. A winch, maybe, or something. Okay, the headlights, they are black. So the interior piece, I guess, is this is attached to it, perhaps. This side here also has the fuel filler inset there. And then the running boards actually do stick out quite a bit. And now I'm noticing some, rivet mark areas there, so that's cool. And then the taillights are sticking out past the side of the body. And no paint, but they should be easy enough to paint myself. License plate area here, no plate though. Panel cuts are okay though. The separate bumper is actually part of the plastic base. Painted that silver color, and then the bed / interior is this black, and then we have a smoked gray windows. So yeah, it's hard to see the interior in this guy, being a black interior with a smoked gray window. That's a pretty bright LED I'm holding against it, and it's still underneath two bright LEDs. You can see then the reflection, and you still can't see much of the interior. The details are there, it's just almost impossible to see. Alright, well, no big deal. I don't really look at my interiors so often. Well, these are pretty simple looking wheels that were put on this concept truck, so give me a few minutes here. Alright, we're back here, and these are the original wheels, although my cheap 3D printer has step lines. This is supposed to be a smooth surface, but this is conical, so there's lines of stepping in there. Oh well, I'm not going to buy a new 3D printer for Hot Wheels. Got some lug nut details in there. Oh, well, there's kind of like a round brake, but it's part of the wheel. It's not a separate piece. And then it has some dimples there on the spokes. It looks like some paint may have fallen off here. The tires are 3D printed as well, and I actually tried to mimic the tread that was on the show truck as well. Okay. I added a little black paint there in this front bumper area, as well as on the side gills here. And then just some red and some silver, although you can barely tell this. You really can't even see the silver paint I added there. So that's it. None of these are actually colored. They're just raw aluminum or whatever they made this body out of. So that's it. Here's a image of the best image I could get from the side. Yeah. Alright. Let's take a look at a couple of the castings here. I guess first start with some concept trucks from Hot Wheels. So I got this Jeepster here, and then not really a truck, but it's a pickup, a Honda Sprocket. Alright. So they're not, I don't think they're 1/64 any of them, but they do actually look proportional to each other. I would imagine this truck would be a lot bigger in real life than anything Honda's ever made. So, and then, well, the Honda Sprocket does look huge though next to this Jeepster. I would imagine the Jeepster would be bigger than the Honda too, but smaller than that. Oh well, for the cost of a mainline Hot Wheels, that's what you get. Can't really complain. Let's take a look at a couple of the 1/64 models. I got this Suburban by Auto World. And then this M2 Machines. I like how M2 actually tells you what it is. It's a 76 GMC truck. I guess it'd be a CK. So then now on this true 64 stuff, I do feel this looks too small. Yeah. Oh well. Let's let this thing spin on its own. So it's interesting. I can definitely see how this concept, the front end, became the Dodge Rams. You know, how they kind of have a raised hood, almost like a commercial truck. And you still see that in today's Dodge Rams. Maybe not as pronounced as this, but it's there. It's part of the styling of the Ram trucks. So I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next 3D printed wheel project. Bye.